Voila!
Bona, Skunk, Zwana. Yeah, what's up, Popo? Hey, been tryna get to you, but the banye bayan tipelum Popo. Now that I'm here.
Welcome to the Amanda Nothando show. I'm Amanda and thank you guys for watching. I am so super excited about today's show because today's show is gonna be different. First of all, I am going to be having a lovely guest coming today who's not only a vlogger or academically smart, but she's also a survivor of a rare disease called sickle cell. But before my guest joins me today, we are going to have it a little bit different. There's a hot topic that I've been itching to talk about, and yes, I've already advertised it on Facebook, on WhatsApp, and I am so sorry, guys, that I was late coming on live. We had a system glitch going on, but I'm here and we're all ready, and I hope you guys are pumped up to hear about the topic. So, as we know, or mostly here in this generation, or maybe from back in the days even, that a lot of women are the ones that go through physical abuse. Yes, I am here to talk about physical abuse today. Yes, so it's either in relationships or marriages, it doesn't really matter, right? But why I talk a lot about physical abuse is because yes, I was once a victim, not anymore, thank God for that. But it's a touchy topic for me personally, exactly. And I had a couple of questions because I just did a research, not even did a research on it, but then I have come across something new in this generation, something that I've actually discovered that it's now happening the other way around. Yes, it's happening the other way around, and it was quite interesting to learn that men are the ones that are now being abused by women. So I thought, let's go live, let's talk about it, and hear other people's opinion out there, to hear what they have to say, or if it's true, if there's actually guys who go through that, because it's not like I heard it from one person. When you sit down and talk about life in general, and then you hear, oh yeah, my past life was ABCD, or I've gone through ABCD, and then you're like, really? It actually happens? How? And then you look at the person, you're like, damn, you're fine, and and then you think, does it really happen? And then I find somebody else who went through the same thing, and you're like, good Lord, right? You're like, good Lord, this is actually happening. And okay, we'll talk about it on Facebook Live. So now here we are. Talk about it. I wait for people to go online. Let's see. Who do we have here? And who actually, let me try. Yeah, okay, let's see, who do we have online? We have Noel, Susanna, hi Susanna, Morad, hi Morad, Tawanda, Akueso, okay, Richard, bye Kanu, how are you guys? Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being live with us here on Facebook. And yeah, so my topic today, as we start, it's on physical abuse. Yeah, some people may be thinking physical abuse happens to women only. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought, that it happens to women only. But then I've since learned that it doesn't just happen to women. It also happens to a great deal of people. Well, not just women, men. Yeah, there's two genders out there, right? So, hey, Lucy, how are you? So my question is it true? Have you heard about it? And what's your take on it? What's your take on men being abused by women, and how? Why? How does it happen? Why does it happen? Is it real? Right? Is it real? Does it really happen? Or It's one of the few or the rare. And I know maybe it happens a lot. It happens more on men, like with men, because men have an ego and not a lot of people talk about it, right? And they're afraid to be laughed at or being told, oh, you're not masculine enough, blah blah blah, how can you let a woman hit you and all that jazz. But it is real. It happens. Anything can happen. Women can take advantage of men because they have the upper hand of saying, oh yeah, I will call 911 if you just lay a hand on me, but I can not that they'll say I can lay a hand on you. No, they don't say that, but it automatically happens knowing that, okay, you're a man, you won't beat me up. So what's your take on the whole men abuse? Is it real? Does it happen? Or I've just met the wrong people. Not that I've met the wrong people, but yeah, good topic, Noel. Yeah, well, it's quite interesting because I've just recently learned about it, as in I've recently heard about it, and I was like, okay, it's always good to talk about these issues and hear what causes them, what makes a woman slap a man or fist fight, or I don't know, other than maybe I know cheating. There's a high chance because of cheating. Not that I'm saying I've done that, but women get angry. People get pissed, right? But at what degree do you get angry at, right? Because as far as we know, men who are women beaters are insecure about themselves, I think, and too controlling. How about women? Is it the same thing? They're insecure and controlling, or I don't know. Why are you laughing, Taz? Talk to me. Stop laughing. Just talk to me. Yeah. It's happening out there. And the funny thing about it, it's not happening to just any guy. It's happening to, when you look at them, they're people who are actually successful, right? Successful enough to just say, you know what, chick, bye. Or bye, Felicia, right? And yes, Melissa, I agree with you. Like you're saying, it is real, but a few come out to say, especially men. It's women who easily say it out there because we're emotional creatures, right? We are emotional, too emotional. So it's easy for us to go out there. Look at Olinda. Olinda was all over the place, all over social media, because of cheating and then abuse at the same time and all that. But do men really come out and say, guys, women actually pimp slappers? Right? Women actually pimp slappers, and it's real. No, they don't. Why? Because we need to address this. And if people talk about feminism or gender equality, then why can't women as well get into trouble for pimp slapping a man? The same way men get into deep trouble when they pimp slap a woman, right? It's actually a big deal when you pimp slap a woman. 911, hello, you're done. But how about 911, hello, woman, you're done, right? It's hard for a man to say they got beaten. Why is it hard? Is it your ego? Like, is it your ego? Is it what? I wonder. Talk to me. They say a woman beats you up tomorrow or today, I don't know, whenever. Would it be difficult for you to go to the cops? Actually, okay, fine. Instead of going public, going on social media or going to talk to your friends about it, how about just going to the cops about it? Right? The same way women make it all public, from social media to friends to family and the cops. So yeah. Too much pride, yes, ego, pride. But then why stay? Why stay in the relationship? Is the next question. Why stay in the relationship? I know women have an insecurity issue of saying, oh, nobody will want me, and the fact that men are the hunters, right? So it's easy for you to say, bye, Felicia, I'm going to hunt again and go hunt, right? Unlike a woman, you're being pimp slapped, you're losing your self-esteem and all that, and then you don't know what to do. You know, how am I going to move on? Is anybody going to like me or love me or look at me ever or whatever, right? Here's the camera looking good, huh? Yes, I am so sorry. I have 4 cameras looking at me. I'm looking at the main cameras and you guys, so I'm actually reading and trying to focus at this work. Yes. So thank you so much though for the compliment about looking good. Thank you. So too many flowers there. Go pick one. Yes, that's where my point is. Okay, too many flowers for who? Too many flowers for me as a woman or for you as a man who's been hit? Because it's easy for, like I said, it's easy for a man to just say, bye Felicia, I'm going to look for somebody else. Compared to a woman saying, you know what, you just slapped me, I deserve better, I can go and look for somebody else and then go. But then it's not us who look for men, right? Men are supposed to hunt, not women hunting. So how do you just go out there and say, I am done as a woman and look for something else compared to a man? Because a man, it's as simple as saying, bye, I'm gone. But then you see somebody saying, oh yeah, I've been in an abusive relationship for over a year. A man, right? So I kind of found it funny for a second, but then again, it's not really funny because it's abuse, right? To me, any form of abuse is like, so not it. It's wrong. It is really wrong. So that's why I was like, you know what? Why stay? Especially if you're a man. Okay. I don't know if men believe in love compared to women. But yeah, women believe in love more than men do. So yeah, 2017 we both hunt. I don't know about that. I don't know. Yeah, 2017, both genders kind of hunt, but I guess I am still too African for that, to be hunting for a man. Speaking for myself, right? I'm not speaking for everybody. Don't get me wrong. I'm speaking for myself. But then because you find that some people, when there's a few people who take a woman hunting as, okay, she knows what she wants, I'm impressed. And then there's other guys who are like, oh my gosh, this girl just hit on me. I think she's desperate. Actually, speaking of desperation, let's go off topic a little bit. So, okay, if you're saying men can hunt, I mean, we're both able to hunt now. Why is it that in this generation now, when you talk to a whole lot of guys out there, you find in their prime time, say maybe 28, 29, 30 to 35, they're single. You ask them, why are you single? They're like, because there's a lot of desperate women out there. Okay, desperate. What's a guy's definition of desperation, right? What's a guy's definition of desperation? Because seeing that it's now 2017 that both genders hunt, how then do you know this likes being hunted, this person doesn't like being hunted, he wants to work for it, right? How do you know? You know, it's complicated. I know it is complicated, but then that's why we go back to the whole abuse, that, okay, women, we've known, well, it's been known globally that women get abused more than men, maybe because women come out more than men do. But how is that solved? How is that resolved? How is that looked at? You know, like, in your own opinion, your own perspective, what do you think? How do you think it can be handled? I know it's not something that we can put as like the matter into our hands, but it's something that, you know, if we come as, I don't know, as this generation, like the young generation or middle-aged generation or young adults generation, just come together and just, you know, and just talk about these things, how we need to treat each other, everybody deserves to be loved, everybody deserves to be treated good, yeah, but why stay in an abusive relationship despite gender? Yeah. And what kind of respect is that, right? And what is respect anyway? Who's supposed to respect who? is the question, right? How interesting. Yeah, I know people didn't expect this one. Maybe they thought it was, oh yeah, women this, women that. No, like I told you, I am not, number one, I'm not a feminist. I just look at both sides. I think everybody needs to be treated with love, with care. Everybody's human, right? It doesn't matter if you're a man or woman or whatever. But yeah, let's talk about it. And it would be nice to hear your opinion because people know me. I am so very opinionated. Yes, sometimes it may not be what people expect or what people want to hear coming out of my mouth, but I'm also human. I have my opinions the same way I want to hear your opinions. All right. Since we've gone out of topic and now we know which are the topic that we're going to talk about next time, look out for this topic on who hits on who and why and how, right? But feel free to comment on the main topic, which was for today, that why men get abused by women and why men stay. And well, I guess you've kind of told me why men stay. Not really, but okay. We'll comment. We'll stick on the comments. But then I'm also like working on schedule, working on time, and my guest is here. We need to work on time, on schedule. So up until next time, guys, I will be sure to comment and see you again live with the new topic. And have a lovely Saturday. God bless you. And thank you for watching. Thank you for being live and for all your comments. Take care and God bless you. Mwah. And to you guys on the channel, we'll be right back. We're back, and what an interesting topic it was live on Facebook. Thank you guys for joining us on Facebook. And yeah, we kind of opened a can of worms, which we're going to come back to anyway. But now I'm joined by my lovely and beautiful guest, Miss Foma Muwhen, right? Hi, Foma. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
for
me.
being part of the show. I'm excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
Oh dear. So just a brief background about Foma. She's a smart young lady. Intellectually, yes.
Okay.
If you think I didn't know.
Yes.
Yes.
Say so.
Yeah, she's a smart young lady who's in her first year of college, right? And the main reason she's on the show today, though, is because I admire her strength. I admire your strength and your courage, just so you know. And what do I mean by that? She has been through enough pain in her life. And from what I've seen on your vlogs and stuff, right? And that being said, did not even stop her from being the person that she wants to be today. And for her to look this gorgeous, guys. So let's get right into it, right? So she's honestly, as young as she is, she actually inspires me. You inspire me because I see strong women out there other women out there who aren't as strong as you are, people who are older than you, people who are older than me, and who break down, right? And seeing you as young as you, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, that reminds me of me, you know? And I'm happy that there's a lot of women growing in strength and knowing that you're also a believer is a bonus, right? And so now our first question would be, I know you had sickle cell.
Yeah.
Right. So what is sickle cell disease for those who don't know about it? And I saw it on your YouTube channel. That's why I thought I should get into it. And today, my show is about motivating people, right? And I felt, okay, it doesn't have to be about talent or anything. Yeah. That is motivational enough to talk about, right? So what is sickle cell to those who don't know?
Well, just like, because sickle cell, it's like a disease and it's huge. There's so many, you can go into it on so many, there's so many aspects of sickle cell, but like just shortly, how I'd put it, it's a blood-borne disease, and it's all like, you contact it through genetics and whatnot, so your parents would have to have one trait, one parent would have to have another trait, and then together, like for example, my mom is SA and my dad is SA, and then I was SS. That's like my blood type. So that SS in my blood is what gives me sickle cell. And yeah, so it's a bloodborne disease which causes your blood cells to actually, like normal red blood cells, they have like a nice round shape, kind of like a donut, like the jelly filled donuts. That's what I would explain it as. But like, however, when I get sick and have like, if my body's depleted of like oxygen and water, my blood cells will now turn from that nice beautiful shape that everyone else has. It'll come like a crescent shape, like kind of like a half moon. And obviously all our blood vessels are like circular, which is made for the circular blood cells. But once it takes that deformed shape, it gets stuck. And that when the blood cells get stuck, causes like intense pain.
Oh
so
my God.
Yeah, so it's that pain that's kind of what like the general idea of sickle cell. But
Right.
yeah.
So when were you diagnosed with the disease?
I was 2 years old. So yeah, my mom, like obviously I was born with it, but they didn't, my parents were ignorant to it. That's like a big thing now.
Okay.
And so like they didn't know, like my mom actually had a younger sister who passed away from sickle cell, so she knew that it was with her, but my dad didn't really know. And like, you know, when you're young, you get married, sometimes those things aren't on your mind, which it should be nowadays. Like that's something, especially for me, I have to take into account like right off the bat. So
What if you love the guy?
yeah, see, my parents are like, no, like first date, what's your blood type? Like,
Right.
I have to.
Yeah.
They told me like it's really important because like I wouldn't wish this on like my worst enemy. Like it sucks. I won't even lie to you. And so yeah, my dad didn't really. It wasn't something that was ever talked about. So. When I was just crying, like I was always a crying baby, my mom says, and she always thinks back like, what if she was crying because she was in pain, which she didn't know. But she went to the doctor because I was crying. Apparently I was holding my arm and I was crying at 2 years old, and they took me to the hospital, and the doctor's like, have you like checked her to see if she has sickle cell? And my mom was like, oh, and then she thought back to her sister who had passed away, and a few tests later, and boom, I had sickle cell.
Sickle cell. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So were you born in Canada or?
Yeah, I was born in Canada.
Okay.
My parents, they lived in Nigeria, and then they moved to Germany, but my mom got pregnant with me when she was in Germany, but she wanted me to be raised in an English-speaking country, so they moved here. And I'm really thankful because I just hear so many things about people with sickle cell in Nigeria, and it's like, it's hard. It's really hard. It's hard alone to be here in such a privileged place where there is like good healthcare, especially in Canada. Now to think about being in Nigeria, I can't even imagine. And I really give it to the people that are living their lives normally in Nigeria.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So considering that it had no cure at the time that you were born, right? Was there ever a moment that you felt you weren't ever going to enjoy your life or have a normal life or a long life even?
I feel like the only time I would kind of think like that is because I was more of like a positive person, and with sickle cell I never really used it to like it. I identify like it's a part of my identity having sickle cell, but it's not something I always would say like it doesn't define me, so I can do whatever I want. I can be like everybody else. But like when you're sick now, you're like, man, like if I have to go through this for the rest of my life, I don't know, like because. And I always like there are times where I didn't really think like this can actually take my life. Like especially being young, I was a really sick child when I was younger. Like when I got into like my teenage years, I started a new medication which really helped, so I wasn't as sick. But it was just like as I started to get older, there were times where I'd just be like, why me? And like the only other thing is the only other thing that I ever thought about was just the fact that I have to be really selective with having like who I want to marry and stuff like that. So I don't think I ever felt like I wasn't gonna live long, because to me I thought I was just normal and I got sick, a little more sick than others, but I wouldn't say that I felt that I wasn't gonna live long or anything, because they take really good care of you here for sickle cell. Like here in Canada, I'll speak for. So Yeah.
Okay, so staying positive was the key to where you are right now.
You
right?
really have to be
And just being
positive.
positive in life in
Exactly.
general, right? And you stay younger longer.
100%. I believe that.
And I don't know, like everything just in life I know life is difficult, but it kind of gets smoother and better when you think positive than when you think negative, because what your mind thinks is what it attracts, right?
100%.
100%, right? So what made you decide to share your journey on YouTube, right? To some people it can be a sensitive and emotional moment. So what made you go on YouTube and say, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to show the world, my journey?
I think because when I was gonna go for my transplant, I decided like it was when I was looking, I just felt really alone the whole transplant, like the whole basically from the moment I found out I was actually going for transplant, which was about November of 2015,
Right.
all the way to like August of 2000, or even like September of 2016. That was when I had my transplant. I just felt really alone. Like I didn't really feel like there was anyone I could talk to, and it's a relatively new process, and there was nothing when you research about it, you don't really find anything.
Information, you know how everybody looks for reviews before
exactly.
they get anything.
Like, where I'm out here, I'm someone who loves to know what they're going into. Even if
Right.
I'm gonna buy hair, I'll be on YouTube
Right.
searching everything up. So the fact that I couldn't find anything about it was just, I felt like I know that this is like, it's a newer thing, but there are going to be more people. Like, there's so much more to come, and there's lots of people like me that are probably in the same stage that need to find even someone to talk to, or at least see what they're getting themselves into, and try and show, like, because I didn't want to be too negative and like show that I was really upset through the whole thing. Like, it's not that I wanted to hide that from them so they think, oh, it's all roses, but like, because I only got to speak to one person about the whole transplant, someone who had actually been through it.
Okay.
And I remember speaking to her, and like, it was just, I was a mess after that. I was a mess. Like,
right.
Yeah, like when she told me everything, like it's scary. And I'm happy she did tell me everything, like how it went through, because if it wasn't for her, I would have gone in completely blindfolded. So,
right.
Just so to like have another eye for someone else to see, like it was really necessary, and there was nothing.
I know you want to get into med school. You know who my source was? Yeah, you want to get into med school, right? And already in the process of doing that, since you've already started college, right?
Yeah.
And is this something that you've always dreamt of, like out of faith, before you knew that there was a cure, right? Or out of faith before you knew there was a cure, or it was only after you discovered there was a cure that you decided, you know what, life is good.
And I wanted to do medical school.
And you wanted to do medical school.
I feel like it wasn't something that I totally like always dreamt of, but like from a decently young age, like and I think like in junior high, that's when I noticed like I was like, I knew I didn't want to be a nurse. Not that I have anything against nurses, but like everyone I know is a nurse, like my mom and
That
my
was going to be my
friends.
next
and stuff.
question.
Yeah, everyone I know is a nurse.
Nurse, yeah.
And so, and I love science, and I love like, I just think it's so cool, and
Right.
and I just thought that, well, it's the doctors, like just, I want to go like directly into the field like hematology, because I really want to help people like myself.
Right. Yeah.
And so like I admired how just working with the kids, and I just feel like I'll be able to really relate, and like I feel like that some doctors now they're like really smart, but they're not able to make that patient doctor interaction like properly. Like they're just kind of like Kate, yeah, okay, bye.
And so like my next question, you'd already kind of answered it. So I wanted to ask, why med school though, right? Is it that really your passion, or it's our African parents' passion? I'm sorry, African parents, to say that, but I'm speaking for a culture that I know for now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was my parents like at all. Like, yes, I know the whole complete stereotype that African parents are like, the only occupation, doctor, lawyer, that's it.
Yes.
Like, I know that, but fortunately for me, my mom is actually like, she's not gonna let me just not go to school, and like, she's not really the more, like, she's still quite conservative, like, she's not gonna really, if I tell her, oh mom, I'm dropping out of school, I want to be a fashion designer, she'll probably be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But she also,
Every
like, she'll let me,
yeah.
like, but she'll let me pick, like, I tell her if I want to do something, like, she'll back me up, because she knows, like, if I want something, I have to work hard. I like working hard, and I'll get that. So lucky for me, and I feel like she's also happy that I chose, like, I want to be the doctor.
And let's talk about you mentioned hair loss, right? Let's talk about hair loss. Sickle cell is, I think, what you call it, chemotherapy and radiation are related to sickle cell and everything, right? So how did you, what were you thinking was going to be, how your self-confidence was going to be like after losing hair? You're a teenager, you're growing up, and you're all like looking all fabulous and all that, right? And you losing your hair, didn't you worry much about your self-confidence, your self-esteem, other than just you being positive in your health?
When, like, for example, when I, like, found out that hair loss was a thing, I won't lie, I was actually pretty upset. And, like, it's so, like, it's sad to say that you're upset, that you're a part of your aesthetic. It's not going to kill you and hair grows back, but I was genuinely sad. And, like, when I've always had, like, a lot of hair. Like, I'm quite hairy, and, like, I had a huge head of hair. That whole stereotype, black girls don't have hair. Like, no, I had a lot of long hair, too. And so...
Okay.
And it was just, I was like, oh, I really don't, like, I've always been known for my hair, and it's so sad that I have to get rid of this and stuff like that. And it was, I guess, like subconsciously I was worried about, like, my self-confidence and stuff like that. But then again, like, perks of being black, I guess, there's so many options for what you can do with your hair. Like, as soon as it starts growing, there is something you can do. So,
right.
I mean, because I had cornrows going into transplant, and I took them out after they were getting old, and that's when, like, I combed it out, and I was seeing, like, my hair all over the floor. That was probably, like, the hardest part. And then, like, having to actually shave all of it on top, it was really emotional. It was sad. Like, even my mom was crying with me, and it's not like it was her hair. She was like, I'm just sorry, like, you shouldn't have to, it's a choice to cut your hair, and I'm sorry you have to do that. But I mean, it is what it is. And realistically, if someone said, we'll take away your sickle cell if you give us your hair, I probably would have been like, okay.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's just hair. And hey, everyone's about the wig life anyways now.
Oh, look
so
at you.
I like wearing wigs, so
okay.
Yeah.
So that was good for you. How is your progression so far, though? Like, how is your body reacting to the transplant?
It's been good. Like, I won't say it's like smooth, little rocky, like, cause something with I didn't really specify too much when I was making the vlogs. Like, I feel like you would think like everything just ends after 3 months, which let me tell you, it does not.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's
as in the healing process. You mean?
Yeah, the healing. Like, you're basically the 3 months is more for your immune system to kind of reach like something that's safe for you to go out, and a lot of the extreme side effects happen throughout those first 3 months. But after the first 3 months, it's your body is still like, I still to this day right now, and it's going to 9 months post transplant, and my immune system is still like normal people's immune system is like between like 4 and 14 or something like that, and I'm still at like 2.8. Not even, I don't even think I've reached 2.8 yet. I'm probably at like 2.2, yeah, so it's a really, really long process on your body. I still have like little side effects, like little minuscule side effects, like for my skin will act up, like some of the medication.
It was really nice talking about sickle cell, getting to know more about it. Actually, it was a pleasure being educated on it, not just for me but the viewers as well.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not just the viewers but for me as well, because sometimes when you, like you said, coming from Africa, people don't know some of those diseases, right? They're ignorant
100%.
about it. And when I came here, I've been learning more. And then you hear, oh yeah, mental illness, really?
Right?
Wow,
That's
okay.
like a huge thing. Like,
Yeah.
In Africa, it's like,
okay,
what is
mental illness?
Nothing.
Like, there's nothing called mental illness in
Yeah.
Africa, right? And when you come here, you get to see it, actually.
Exactly.
Right? And the treatments and everything. And then I felt inspired by your vlog and your story and your journey, and seeing that you're a strong woman. I was like, you know what? She needs to come on my show, inspire other people out there. You're doing great, going to school, not giving up on life in general before and after the transplant, and keep pushing. Right?
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing Dr. Foma in the future.
I look forward.
Right?
Hopefully we can get there, guys.
No,
Pray for me.
you will get there. I believe in
We're
you.
gonna speak it into existence. I will get there.
There you
Pray
go.
for me, guys.
We will pray for you. So right now, we're finally coming towards the end of our show. But before we get to the end of the show, it's game time. It's fun time. And Miss Foma here, yeah? Are you thinking of petting your hair?
Yes.
Yes, Miss Foma. I'm sure you knew that you're coming with a game.
I knew I was coming with a game.
And anything planned for us?
Not really.
Okay.
Amy
What's
told
the
me a cultural game.
Not just cultural, something that you grew up playing at a young age. So it doesn't really have to be cultural, if anything, because it's considering that you grew up here, you were born and grew up here.
Yes.
There's some other cultures who don't know the Canadian culture. We can just say partially you know what I mean? I, for one, do not know the whole Canadian culture. So there you go.
I'm so not sure what Amy wants me to do.
Right, okay. So what's your plan B? Okay.
What's my plan B? I was hoping Amy had a plan B.
Oh wow, okay. Amy's plan B is to give us a motivational statement. A statement.
About anything?
That's Amy's plan B. About anything motivating somebody out there. We're back, guys, with a plan D. So plan D here is Foma is gonna be rapping for us. Yeah, exactly. You didn't see that coming, right? So she's gonna be rapping for us to Lil Wayne's Amelie. Yes, you didn't see that one coming. There we go. And apparently I've been put on the spot as well.
Good.
So yeah, I've been put on the spot as well. So I'm gonna be doing the whole Amelie. Yeah. People, you know me, I'm an old soul. I am R&B, 100%. But then right now I'm being taken out of my comfort zone to do Amelie.
I am completely out of my comfort zone. Guys, I'm not musically inclined.
Right?
This is a disclaimer. Don't come for me in the comments or anything.
Okay, so now let's start this. So I'm the one that starts with the Amelie. Sorry, okay, let's start again. Okay, hold on. I got it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I continue doing that? Oh my gosh, I'm going to run out of breath. Okay. 5, 6, 7. 8. Okay. Amelie.
Tougher than Nigerian hair criteria, Caribbean, I've been here, I don't make sure bleed, mother. He's ugly. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, I'm
Amy
so
putting
sorry.
beats in there.
No, it's because you know what? Because I'm not listening to what you're saying. I tried to cover my ears. I couldn't. But it was so much fun. Thank you so much, Foma. This was crazy.
Cancelled.
Right? Dani, good for you. Is that good enough?
She
wants
wants here asking more. That was enough.
We're cool like that, right?
Now let's do Missy.
Oh, I say. Okay, that's where I come in, but then I forgot her song.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Let's
We're
not-
choosing to
let's not
forget our
embarrass
songs,
ourselves.
right?
Let's not embarrass ourselves some more.
Right. Anyway, now we've come to the end of the show, guys. This was so much fun. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Foma, for coming on the show. It was
Thank you
really
for
a
having me.
pleasure. Oh, I'm so happy. And look forward to seeing accomplish more in the future. And as a doctor, I will actually hunt you down.
Please hunt me down.
How
Push
many
me
years?
2
9 years?
I don't even know.
Okay, so let's just give you 10
It's a
years.
lot of years.
It's a lot
Let's
of
just say
years,
that.
right? Okay. And to the viewers, thank you guys for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe down below and follow Foma as well on her YouTube. Hear more of her story on her YouTube channel. The link is right below. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and live on Facebook. Exactly, live on Facebook.
Gotta catch her on there, guys.
Exactly. Right. And remember, guys, little girls with dreams become women of vision. And here we are. Cheers. Bye now.
Bona. Skop. Zwana. Yeah, what's up, Popo? Hey, been tryna get to you, but the banye bayan